Hold on. My theme song! Jackbone! Jackbone! Ah! Yeah, nah. Alright. Captain Marvel movie review. Shout out to you, church lady. I had a blast with you. You're awesome. You're good to be around. You're very cool people. Love you to death. But it's about that time, man. I gotta do this one, man. I would recommend seeing that shit. I mean, if you're into comic books, if you're into, superhero shit, you will want to see this shit. Not to mention, it's a chick. We like that. We love chicks that be saving the world and shit and kicking ass and shit, man. Fellas, man, we enjoy it, man. We think it's awesome. We think it's sexy, man. We think it's hot. It's popping, percolating. It's the shit. Like butt cheeks, nigga. You feel me? Yo, that shit was dope, man. Now, let me be real. I ain't never read a Captain Marvel comic book, okay? Never, ever. Now, Captain Marvel, and what's crazy is, me and my homegirl Janine, we was talking the other day about this shit, about me seeing this shit, and I used to get Captain Marvel confused with somebody else, cause y'all know Shazam, they call him Captain Marvel. You know what I mean? So when I talk about Captain Marvel, I always thought about Shazam. But let's be real. When did Marvel Ultimate Alliance come out? It's an old ass game. Like 2006, 2005, probably around 2006. Marvel Ultimate Alliance came out, right? I didn't know, like when they said Captain Marvel, I didn't know she was a chick. You know what I mean? So I used to always call her Ms. Marvel. You know what I mean? And I looked her up in the comic books. I was like, oh, she was hot. 2006 was really the first time I learned about Miss Marvel. You know what I mean? But I never read the comics, man. I just looked up her pictures because, you know what? Fuck it, man. Why not? Shit. Miss Marvel naked. Rogue naked. Mystique naked. Shit. X-23 naked. Oh, yeah. I'm one of them niggas. Wax on, wax off. No. Samuel Jackson does what he do. Alright? I'm gonna try to do this without any spoilers and shit. But I like how the movie went. There was a lot of funny scenes. One thing I liked the most out of the movie was how they put the story together. It was a very... it could have used a lot of development of characters, but I think they did their part in it. You know what I mean? I can't ask for too much more. They did their thing. At least, like, the Skrulls, you got to know them a little bit, but not as much, you know what I mean? But it'll explain some shit. It'll explain a lot of shit, from the, earlier films and shit, earlier Marvel films, Anyways. My most favorite character out of the whole film, I'm trying to say it's without explaining it, but yo, what serious shit? You might see animals in films, so fuck it. Yo, my most favorite character is the cat. Okay, I like cats. All right, I ain't gonna say nothing much about the cat because, like I said, this is not a spoiler review. It's just how the fuck I feel about the movie, and if I would recommend you watch or go seeing it. Yes, I recommend you see or go see it. I recommend you go see Captain Marvel. Like, go ahead, by all means, have fun. You know what I mean? Shit's a good movie. It's a family-friendly movie, so if you plan on taking your kids, it's not too much content that could literally mind fuck your kid, you know what I mean? Like, fuck your kid's mind up and shit, you don't want that shit, If I give it a rating out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it a 3.9 out of 5 stars. Probably a 4-ish. 3.9, because I gotta be one of them niggas. They can't make it a solid number. But 4 out of 5, though. But that's because, it was kind of well put. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it was kind of predictable for me. Because I was calling shit out the whole movie. And I don't want to say too much about it. Like what I was calling out. But it's kind of predictable. You could kind of... I guess if you been watching movies and shit for a while, then you kind of see some shit before it actually happens. Like, oh, it's going to be this person and do this. And you can tell about how this motherfucker look, that he's gonna be evil, and this motherfucker right here is good and shit, and this motherfucker right here is getting played, and this little motherfucker right here is gonna be the most fucked up shit in the whole show. So he doesn't do shit now, but just wait for it. Like it's also shit like that, cause yeah. But I give it a 4 probably, because of that. 4 might be too high. I give it a 3.5. Drop all the way to a 3.5. Because I was able... That shit was predictable. It had some scenes that explained a lot. Like, there was some shit that... we all know Nick Fury's gonna be in it. Hell, he was in the fucking commercial, okay? So, don't say I'm spoiling that shit. But there's some shit with Nick Fury that explains a lot, okay? I mean, like I said, I've been watching these Marvel movies for a while. So it's like, you could come to expect some shit to happen. You know what I mean? You knew sooner or later something's gonna happen to Nick Fury. You know what I mean? So let's just be real, And it ain't as far as like, don't get it twisted. I ain't talking about anything's gonna happen to him, but like, it kind of gives him, like, a little bit of a backstory. Like, eventually that's going to come about. Like, they going to give you a glimpse of some shit and then just move on and shit. You know what I mean? But I like the fight scenes, man. The fight scenes were vicious. I'll give you that one, man. The fight scenes, the effects, the content... the actors were pretty damn good. The actors were actually really damn good. Great-ish, kind of. The chick that played the movie was alright. She was pretty cool. I liked her. But yeah, like I said, I give it I gave it like 3 ratings. Alright, before I end this video, I'm going to end it right now. But this is going to be the rating at the end of this video, okay? My rating. Now I'll see where I'm going to give whole numbers. Alright, I'm going to go back to a 3.9. 3.9 out of 5. Fuck it. Shit, man. 3.5 out of 9. Or 3.5 out of 9 or 5, whatever. Shit, fuck it, man. It's a really damn good movie, man. I'm bad at ratings, man. I don't give a fuck, man. Yo, shit, my end credits. Jeff Boone, nigga, Jeff Boone.